Hi everybody, it's Dr. Eric Balcavage. We're back for episode 3 of the Neuropathy and Diabetes Learning Series. And today I want to kind of break out those 6 mechanisms I talked about last video of peripheral neuropathy. And today I want to talk about the part 1, which was the altered metabolism. So what happens is when metabolism's altered, especially in the hyperglycemic states, there's too much glucose in the cells, and that excessive amount of glucose can't get into the mitochondria to generate energy appropriately. So what happens is the high blood sugar causes an upregulation of a pathway called the Polyol Pathway. And this is detrimental for a couple reasons. One, this Polyol Pathway increases the production of something called sorbitol. And there's some other polyols that are elevated as well. But when you increase sorbitol, sorbitol is an alcohol. And sorbitol creates oxidative stress and damage in the tissues, and it decreases something called myoinositol in the nerve cells. So when it decreases the myoinositol, your nerve cells can't fire the way they're supposed to, and they can't repair the way they're supposed to. So excessive glucose in your cells, regardless of what your hemoglobin A1C and blood sugar levels are, if you're consuming a lot of sugar, that sugar is going to get into some of the cells, especially endothelial cells and your vascular cells and your nerve cells, and that extra sugar is going to produce alcohol. That alcohol decreases something called myoinositol, decreases nerve firing, decreases repair. The other part of this is that as you upregulate this polyol pathway, you decrease something called NADPH, and this is a really important antioxidant within the cell. And so as we decrease NADPH and we lose our antioxidant capacity, we get increased production of reactive oxygen species that trigger damage to the mitochondria and damage to the cell, and then we get more nerve cell damage, okay? And if we have this nerve cell damage going on and we can't repair it appropriately, that leads to nerve cell death. The important part is that this process, this altered metabolism, can occur even if you're told your diabetes is well managed. Your doctor may say, well, we brought your hemoglobin A1C down from an 8.6 down to a 6, so you're a really well managed diabetic and your blood sugar levels are better. What the research shows is that this process, even if your hemoglobin A1C is within a well managed state, this damage is still going on because there's too much sugar going on in the cell. So what can you do is the number one thing you need to do if you have hyperglycemia is you have to restrict your carbohydrate load. You need to do it slowly and steadily and under guidance so you don't put your body into shock, because you're taking diabetic medications that artificially can lower the blood sugar. So if you cut out excess carbohydrates in the diet, you're going to be overloaded with medication, and that can cause you to really get tired and crash. So you got to be really careful. That's why I recommend, if you're going to change your diet, make sure whoever prescribed your medications or whoever you're working with on that diet is aware that your diet's being changed and you're monitoring your blood sugar on a regular basis. This is one of the reasons why myoinositol is sometimes been shown to be very beneficial for patients with peripheral neuropathy. If we can improve or increase the myoinositol, then we can help the nerve cells fire better, and we can help in that repair process. Okay?